What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the blue color, playing as Loki. His name is Shelty, his partner today. In the green color, playing as Uranus. His name is Apple, and in the yellow color, playing as Isis. His name is Fox. Together they make the team DoD. Their opponents today in the sky blue, teal, cyan, beige color. Not beige at all. I'm making fun at the moment. His name is Gold Lion, and he's playing as Loki. His partners today in the red color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Skadi, and in the purple color, playing as Hades. His name is TSM Player. It's interesting to see the Poseidon here from Skadi. Interesting. Currently 1-1 in this best of 5 series. This, honestly, I'm pretty sure this was basically the finals of Phoenix Reborn 1, which was DoD versus F2. Now, F2 had, instead of having Skadi, it had Squash. So I don't think Squash wanted to play or something, and he got subbed out for Skadi. So this is basically a final series in a way. Which is very, very exciting to see. So we'll see how this game is going to go. It's interesting to see. We've got the Uranus here. We've got the Poseidon here. So a bit of a change of styles in a way. Now, what does Poseidon bring in this matchup here for TBL? Well, it brings Ceasefire. And I think Ceasefire is a really, really big god power to be slowing all right. Apparently this game was game 4, but it doesn't really matter. We're just going to pretend like this game 3. Okay. So Ceasefire is really, really good to slow down that Loki. Now Loki here can play around the Ceasefire. Loki can play around the Ceasefire by going for a fast mythic and hitting that timing with Fimbulwinter as well to block that. There's actually other ways to play around that sort of Ceasefire. And there's something to this, right? Have a think about this for yourself. Why don't we see Loki Ra, for example, or Loki Isis, for example, Flaming Weapons Ancestors Eclipse? Ceasefire is now useless. Ceasefire is now useless. This could be the idea from Fox, from DoD. Now, I'm pretty sure Ra was banned. Now, Ra can also go Rain and Eclipse as their options to block God powers. So this will be interesting to see if they're going to be able to get it. Now, there is a weakness to this, and that weakness is Ceasefire can get in the middle of the flaming weapons. So the way to do it, if you're trying to link up with the team, is either have voice comms. Even on voice comms, it's a little bit odd with the delay, but the way to do it is to go like, okay, at 9 minutes and 15 seconds, we're going to click it all together. So they're not waiting to hear the other god power coming through first. You're just like, we're just going to click it at 9:15. Everything's going to come out immediately. It's going to be perfect because everyone will hit 9:15 on their timer at the same point. Then ping won't matter, lag won't matter. It should all come through at the same time. Maybe. But we'll see what's going to happen here. Forseti on the way. We've got all the gods coming through. The map is Mirage. I've been ignoring this because, I mean, we've seen a Mirage game in this tournament already, which is fun. But the map here is Mirage. You've got what looks to be 7 fishing ships, 7 spots. So not a whole lot of food. Not a whole lot of food income, I should say, but a decent amount. And we do see Hermes here for Skadi. We do have over here the Forseti for Gold Lion. Down the bottom, we do have the Athena here for TSM Player. On this position, we do have Prometheus for Apple, so no surprises at the moment. And Forseti for Shelty. And over here on the top, we do have Bast for Fox. Now, we do have Fox here with a lot of villagers on gold. I would be surprised to see anything other than a fast heroic here off of 1 town center for Fox. 2 town centers, not the best idea in this map, in my opinion. All the gold mines are going to be somewhat forward. There is a back gold mine over here. There is a back gold mine over here, but that's just 1 or 2 gold mines. 1 over here as well. So a couple of gold mines are actually back. But the middle player, the pocket player, is going to be the one who really wants to be fighting for that center control. Otherwise, he's going to have some trouble getting gold out. as we do see the units now starting to push across the map. Theseus and the Centaur in the middle here. As Shelty going to be taking this fight a little bit, targeting down the Theseus here as the units are going to be retreating back here. And we do actually see a town center. I'm surprised. The reason why I'm surprised with this is there's just not a whole lot of food here on the map. You almost have to go farms. You've got some chickens over here. You've got some cows you can move forward onto this position, I guess, but it's going to be a tough one. We'll see how things are going to go. As the Herso pushing forward, going to try and take out some villagers here. Troll getting some damage done, but looks like Scardy's going to get his own second town center up. In fact, it looks like all of TBL is going for that second town center with the exception of Gold Lion, who's just going to be defending here for the moment. So no big problems there. Persine going to be coming through for TSM player as well. As the villagers coming back onto the town center over here. A couple more Herso going to be coming across the map. We'll see how things will end up happening. Another couple of houses coming up. Do see Hall of Thanes on the way here as well. Husbandry, all the other good upgrades here coming through for Fox. He does bring some cows up. And he does have a couple of berries back here, so it's not awful. It's not good, but it's not awful. We'll see if he's going to be able to get a decent heroic age with this one. Is he getting Persine or Sultan? Yeah, Persine has come in as well. As Shelty is laying claim to the center of the map here. Apple's coming up to cause some problems here as well. I think another thing to keep in the back of your mind here is while building Murmillo isn't a terrible idea here, you don't need to build Murmillo. Yes, there's these Hippocon, but the Hippocon are going to get dealt with by the Herso. And the Isis player is going to come forward and be able to deal with the Loki player here as well, with Axeman and things like that. So maybe you can just go Terma here, mass Terma, and have a lot of that food income to help prop up your timings, your age ups. Mass Terma is really, really good at raiding and causing problems for your opponents and keeping your economy going really, really strong. And then you can transition away from that a little bit later, especially in team games. I think this is something that Lancey players have really forgotten. As we do see, Nephthys is coming in, Prosperity is coming down, and it's a pickaxe. Pickaxe Prosperity here from Fox. But he's getting Shaft Mine. He could have waited on the Prosperity. He could have. But he didn't. He could have. Apple retreating back. I wonder exactly how many resources it would be in a bonus. Because it's like a 25% bonus on top of, or 33% bonus or something on top of the Prosperity there. From base rate. Anyways, I don't know. So going to be retreating away. We do see the Deuterino's taking this fight, but it looks like Shelty's going to get out of here. We do see Scardy attempting to get some sort of a ghost building here, but he's not quite able to. And he gives a Valkyrie on that one as well. And he's out. He's out of there. Happy days. Apple going to be retreating back here. Shelty going to be losing that Valkyrie there. What is happening next here is Fox is getting up that forward Migdol. He does have a handful of Axemen here to defend himself, which Gold Lion's got to be very, very scared of as villagers do dive into that Migdol stronghold there for the time being. Going to come over onto the siege works. Get that one up. And we do see Scardy coming up onto this position. Shelty, got to be careful. Don't want to get too surrounded here. He's going to be retreating back here. The thing is, Axemen, really, really good against those Herso, but the Cavalry are really good against the Axemen. It's going to be a really, really tough fight to take for DoD, but we'll see if they're going to be able to make that happen as the villagers over here are going to be getting taken out. The thing is, though, the TSM player is getting left alone here. He does have a handful of units out, but he's getting absolutely left alone as now we finally see Apple coming through with a handful of units here. Villagers coming over onto the gold mine there. As the Hippocon coming through, going to be pushing these bad boys back. Hippocon goes down on this position there as well, as Gold Mine going to be retreating away here. And the Herso going to be taking out the Minotaur on this position as well. Toxotes retreating back ever so slightly there. Shelty's actually kind of getting a little bit outplayed here by the army positioning of TBL at the moment. He's got to be a little bit more careful with losing those units here as the Hearst swinging around, but the Axemen are in position to defend here. We'll see how things are going to go as Shelty going to be retreating back ever so slightly with Scardy and everyone else pushing in. The problem here is that both Shelty and Goldline are one town center. The other problem is that DoD don't really have that access to a really good town center destructive god power. Yeah, ISIS has got Meteor, but you kind of need 3 Meteors on a town center plus a little bit of extra damage to kill the town center. So we're probably not going to be seeing that to take out this one, but we've also seen both players going braggy at the at this position as the Axeman turning around, going to get a good amount of damage over here. This is doing really, really good against Goldline. He's got to be very careful. In fact, he shouldn't be matching up against this at all. Scardy should be up helping Fox, helping deal with Fox, and everyone else should be down the bottom. As we do see TSM player dropping the restoration here as well, as now Shelty's got to retreat back. He's got a lot of low HP Ursa, and to get back to that healing spring is going to be very, very challenging. However, Fox is just going to continue breaking through on this position. We do see a Battle Ball is in. There's a handful of priests here. Do they have funeral rites? They do not, but they're still going to be able to take out that Battle Ball incredibly quickly here, as Shelty's now going to be moving up onto Fox's position here, and this is exactly what he needs to do. Get up here, assist, and Ancestors Flaming Weapons Eclipse is the game plan here. It should be the game plan here for DoD at this point. We'll see if that's what they're going to be going for. As Shelty's still trying to get up there. Let's have that troll slowing him down a little bit as the units in the middle of the map kind of taking a little bit of damage here, but TSM player kind of in the middle of nowhere as Goldline It's 4v2. This game is 4v2. Scardy saw the flaming weapons, expected Ancestors Eclipse to come through, thought it was Shelty clicking flaming weapons. It wasn't. It wasn't. Oh dear. These guys are on voice comms. Surely they're on voice comms. That's so funny. How much money did Shelty put on them to win this game? Now Ancestors Eclipse can come down free. Flaming Weapons can come down as well for Shelty. We do see the bronze is in for Scardy. But everyone's just going to retreat away. So funny. Oh dear. As the Evercon coming through, going to start sniping down those Terminator as well. And Shelty's Flaming Weapons Ursa are just going to get so much value here. We do see Tier following up here for Goldline. Probably should have been going into this town center there because this one might fall in this attack here. As those siege towers pushing forward. So many units on one screen. Everyone's fighting here. As the Longhouse does end up getting taken down there. There's still 50% left on that tier of Goldline to attempt to hold here. With those Flaming Weapons Ursa still getting a ton of battle balls. Can they get this town center down is the big question. It's around about 20 seconds from completion. One siege tower on this town center. I don't know. Obviously here, DoD doesn't realize the Fimbulwinter is coming through on this town center, but picking off those houses is going to be a good way to go. The town center is at 80% right now. Will they be able to clean this one up? TSM player who's also pushed back with Apple on this position there, grabbing that one. We do see a curse getting dropped down there by TSM player as well. 90% of the way through onto that Fimbulwinter here to come through for Goldline, but Goldline's lost so much economy here. Tier is in. And there is the Fimbulwinter to come through. That's going to give a little bit of breathing room here for TBL in this game. But Goldline does end up losing the town center. He's running his villages as best as he can. He's got those dwarves up in this corner of the map on that gold mine there. We'll see if if DoD is going to be able to notice that one or not here, as the house is going to get taken down over here as well. House is getting cleaned up on that position there. As the village is going to get taken out. And we'll see how it's all going to go as the houses, everything is cleaned up here. Gold Lion retreating off onto this position over here. Scardy is on 3 town centers. TSM players on 2 town centers. They are going to be relatively big here, but Fox isn't going to be slowing down here. Fox can go Osiris here. Fox can spam towers out. This is a strong ISIS right now in this game. He's got a lot of economy to boot, especially with the ability of getting Plow, Sacred Cats, and in classic Joe fashion here, he doesn't even have Plow. I mean, Plow, Sacred Cats, and also he can go for that late game boosted economy through Thoth and get something else there as well if he so chooses. So he's going to be a big problem to deal with here. Apple is still in a good spot as well, as he's able to hold here on this position for the time being. Got good amount of units here. TSM player obviously going to be able to push through here eventually because he's got that Hades strength. But Shelty's going to be able to come over there and help out as well. So we do see TSM player getting some raids here onto the Apple citizen on that position, as Fox is the big player right now for DoD, which TBL needs to figure out how to deal with, and they need to figure out how to slow down this push with Scardy getting over there at some point. But Scardy also has to deal with those Herso running around getting villager kills all over the place as the villagers running away from this position. We do have a Stimfalienberg going to come over here. Should be able to deal with that Nemean line. Does have 60% PS on it. Still huge amounts of bonus damage here for the Stimfalienberg on that position there as the siege towers all come through, cleaning up this town center. Gold Line is now down to 0 town centers at this point there, but Shelty hits the Mythic Age, clicks that Fimbulwinter, and Scardy's economy is going to be in the Pain Town right now as well, as it does look like Apple manages to hold this position for the time being there, and Scardy says the game is lost, and DoD gets game number 3 here. Wins this one beautifully. Oh dear, Scardy, what could you... Oh no. I mean, what can you say that hasn't already been said? I completely understand what happened in Scardy's brain here. He knew that it was coming. He knew that Flaming Weapons Answers Eclipse was coming, and that if he can just get that ceasefire off, they auto-win this game. They auto-win it. But it's just as much Gold Lion's fault as it is Scardy's fault here. It's just as much. It's not like Gold Lion should be saying, I'm clicking Flaming Weapons now. So it's as much as Gold Lion's fault as it is Scardy's fault here, in my opinion. But a fantastic gameplay by DoD nonetheless. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the YouTube. If you're on the Twitch, hit that. If you're on the YouTube, hit the subscribe button. If you're on the Twitch, hit that follow button. I'll see you guys in the next game.